Greetings! In this week's video I'm going to be tackling the long-awaited intercooler pipework. I've not quite got it yet, but it's on its way, and I've got a couple of other little jobs to do which are leading up to that, which is going to be the coolant pipe hoses. Basically I'm a little short of hoses. Some of the hoses what came with the Zafira don't quite fit, and I want it to look as OEM as possible, so I'm going to be fitting some Astra VXR hoses which are going to be borrowed or donated from my VXR, so I'll explain more. But yeah, it's going to be another interesting step in the Vectra progress, so fingers crossed it all goes to plan. Going to be a bit of welding, bit of grinding, bit of swearing. Well, fingers crossed, it'll be alright. We'll get there. So we now have the front mount intercooler painted black, some silicone hoses on, 63mm down to 57 in order for me to fit the pipework, and I've had to trim the bumper across the front around there. Needs painting again anyway because I had a burn through when I was polishing up. So, slimline fan, which allowed me to get the intercooler tighter up. Yeah, it's turned out alright. So, I've got the new turbo to go on, but I can't put that on just yet. This is just a mock-up one. There's no bits on it or anything. So, before I can fit all my intercooler pipe work, so I'm waiting on some pipe work anyway, so what I'm going to do is modify this bottom rad hose, which is from the Zafira, which is a perfect fit to a Vectra radiator, which is good, but there's no tee off to the coolant pipework for the turbo, so it runs around the back here. Yeah, and this top rail, I need a tee off here for the coolant return from the turbo, as you'll see on my VXR. See it on the Astra VXR. Obviously there's the return pipe, so need to tee in there, and there's that pipe which tees off. Turn that radio off, stay me on. So there's the pipe what tees off to the turbo, and then there's the return. Yeah, so a few little jobs to do. So I was kindly given these MTC silicone hoses by Mike Dillon, which he had on one of his engines or one of his cars a few years back, and didn't like them, so he took them off and changed them for black ones, and they've just been sat in the shed for years. So I cleaned up all the clips, wire wheeled all them, edge primed them, painted them black, and same with the that top rail with the tee off, which I need. He gave me all that, which is very kind of him. There's that bottom hose with the little coolant pipe going to the turbo. So the plan is I'm going to fit all these on the Astra VXR, which will free up the hoses from the VXR to go on the Vectra. So, and plus these will look great on the VXR under the bonnet. Well, I think so anyway. So drain the water on the VXR because it's had the same coolant in now for 9 years. So since Paul did the Campbell kit back in the day. So yeah, drain the coolant, swap the hoses out, fresh coolant in. 2 birds with 1 stone, innit? Right, let's get our coolant drained. We've got the car in the air, and underneath the car on the bottom of the rad there's a nice little bleed off here so you can drain the radiator in a controlled manner. You have to use a pair of grips on it. It's under, obviously it's meant to be kept very tight. In order for that to drain out, I've got to take the cap off. So obviously it holds the water in until you take the cap off. There we go. It's starting to come out now. Well, it's controlled enough, isn't it? Right, start taking the top hoses off. There we have all the hoses off. All intact as well, didn't damage any of them, which is good, especially because I need this one. This is the most important one, and that one with them hoses coming off it. So yeah, got it off. Some of the clamps were an absolute pig, particularly the one that goes on the turbo, because you've got this breather pipe in the way. Which other one was a pig? The bottom, this top hose where it goes on the very bottom of the rad on the VXR, that clamp was totally in the wrong place for getting it off because the aircon pipe was in the way. Yeah, I'll take the battery tray out of the way to get to the one at the back of the block down there. But all in all, not too bad. This one was a bit of a pig as well, but then I remembered in this kit, my hose plier kit, got this little device. Nice flexible one. So yeah, that done the job. Some stuff starting to look a bit scabby under here. Look at these bolts for the turbo. So I've had this VXR for 9 years, and it's been a belter. All I've had to do to it is the little non-return valve down there, because when they fail, they pressure up the rocker cover and cause a leak from the rocker cover gasket. So I've just done that, new rocker cover gasket. It's on 131,000 miles now, which sounds like a lot. It is for a 15-year-old car, I suppose, but original clutch, original turbo, original stem seals, and no smoke out of it, nothing. Gearbox is sound, runs like a dream. Anyway, let's get these hoses on. There we go, sweet as a nut, no leaks. Onto the Vectra. Right, so it's been a few weeks now since I've done anything with the Vectra. Well, the other week I put the turbo on, managed to get that done, but I've been waiting for these stainless steel pipework to come back in stock, which I've now got. So I'm able to move on with the intercooler pipework. There's the turbo on, nice and shiny, looking good. So what I need to do is start fitting an intercooler pipework down here. This is the Zafira bottom hose, which I got the piece of the Astra VXR hose, which was recently removed from that, because that's all got silicone ones now. So yeah, it's coming on. It's coming on. But as I say, it's been slow. So what I've got to do is extend this. I need to take this pipe off, chop it, extend it, because this pipe will then go on that, and then it'll angle down there. And I've checked my new pipe, stainless steel pipe, fits nicely just between that rad hose, so that works out good. Leave that there. So at the delivery finally, I've got some nice tight radius bends, so I'm hoping these will do the trick. That one's going to go on this side from the intercooler, tight round the back of the rad. That one will go on this side, angling towards the gearbox, and then off that we'll have stuff basically. Maybe that one cut down, I don't know. I'm going to work it out anyway. So Yeah, probably come round there like that, and then come up off that. So I've got a few to play with, and I've also got a metre length of pipe there as well, so plenty of bits and bobs. So the plan is I'm going to tack these with stainless MIG wire, just tack them, and then I'm going to give them to someone to fabricate properly with a TIG. It's much needed weld. I want it looking nice and tidy, so that's the plan. So as you can see, got my winter coat on now. It's bloody freezing. We're in November, hence the dodgy tash. Yeah, so front bumper off next. I'll start mocking this up, get it tacked, get it tigged, and then that's another box ticked in it. Right, let's crack on. Right, so it's kind of getting there. There's the 45mm pipe into that side of the intercooler. 45mm with the 45 degree, talking nonsense as usual. Obviously it's too long, so I'm going to have to cut that back right up to the bend and then weld the 45 on, and that'll bring it across right where I want it. Down on the bottom of the turbo, got a 45. Put the exhaust on as well because I thought I need to get the downpipe on to make sure I know where I can and can't go with these Spanish archers. If you don't know what a Spanish archer is, it's an elbow. So that is coming off there, but then I need to get another 90 tight up there, so this is going to have to get cut back. The northern 90 is going to have to get cut back, so obviously come around that way. This pipe here is also a little bit tricky. Got it in there just, but it's going to need cut down here. I'll cut it back there, and then that'll have the right amount of pipe left for the angle of the dangle to go on the intercooler. But I've had to take the rad fan off and cut a little bit of the bottom away here, and then just chamfered that piece down there like that. So yeah, it was just a bit of a support bracket on there. Doesn't need it, it's fine. Yeah, because I need to be able to get a silicone joiner on around here, and it was just a bit too tight. So still got support, still got me located for my bracket, pipework bracket for the aircon, as I want to retain the aircon still. So yeah, getting there. It's just a pain in the arse mocking stuff up, but if it was easy we'd all do it, wouldn't we? But I'll get there in the end. Right, let's have a bit more playing around. So now that should weld on perfect like that. Just doing my turbo, perfect. Okay, so now the pipes have been cut down, I've offered them up, and there's that one going through there, which is looking good, perfect cut. And if you look down there, I don't know if you can see, there we go, that's better with the fan out the way. If you see down there, comes round the back of the rad. There's the one coming off the bottom of the turbo on the silicone reducer. Obviously that just needs tack that onto there like that, and then them two pipes will be joined with a silicone straight joiner, which is looking pretty bang on. Looks good from my house. Okay, we've got there, and on the other side that's coming along nicely. Got that, I've cut that down there as close as I can to the bend, so it just comes around the air conditioning pipe. You can see that there, comes around the aircon pipe nicely, and obviously there's the other side of it coming off the intercooler, tucking through that gap there. So the next step is I have cut down 45-degree Spanish Archer, and I've just marked with a bit of paint pen, which was kindly donated to me from a viewer. So that comes around nicely there. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get this tacked onto there, and I can move on to the next piece. And it's coming together. It's coming together. Right, let's get the welder out. Got to change over to stainless steel MIG wire too. So right, let's get that sorted. So I've tacked that one on, just in 4 places there. Totally forgot to hit record, but I've been back, marked up where I want the next one. Little pen mark there, so I'll get that tacked on, and then I can stick the next 45 on, get that welded. So right, let's have a go with this. Should do for now. Sound, just go and check where the other one needs to be. Line that up, and then I'll tack the next one. Like that one there. Mark that up, offered it up, that looks good. Get that tacked, and then test it out again. Good enough tonight. Test it out. Right, we are all tacked and looking super good. Right, so that one, that's that one off the turbo. So that's going to have the silicone joiner there, which is 100mm long, so there's plenty of scope for that. And then that's the other side. It's turned out well. It's looking good. It's got the right angle there just to come up, and just skims the water pipe, which I shall demonstrate. I mean, this is a bit overkill, but a metre length of pipe, which is going to come up there like that. If you look at if I get that sitting flush, that is sitting bang in line with that pipe there. So all I need to do now is take this top hat pipe off, chop the end off there, because it's ovaled anyway, it's not even round, someone squished it. So, and they've welded little things on there, so the silicone hose grips, be doing away with them, and probably bead roll in the end. So yeah, extend that. I've got some, I think that's 63mm pipe, I've got some of that. So I'll chop that, extend that, and then it's just going to have a silicone 90-degree reducer, 63 to 57mm, and then again down there will be 63 to 57mm, 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 63 to a straight silicone joiner. Right, time to take the top hat off again. Okay, top hat is now off. Marked up where I want to cut. Got that there. What else have I got? I've got this some nice polished stainless, exact same diameter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it here, cut it there, tack that on there, and then that's another one good, done. Ready to be sent away for tigging. Jobs are good. Right, let's get this done. Lovely stuff. Spot on. Debar those edges, get a tap. That'll do, right? Had a bit of bloody mess there. Oh well, never mind. Them ones are alright. It'll get polished up again. Right. Let's test it out. So there it is, offered up. I'd say that looks alright, that, doesn't it? Apart from the terrible welding. Don't worry about that. That'll get sorted. That looks good down there. Fits down between the rados. I don't know if you can see. Probably can't. Silicone joiner. Well, yeah, you can. Silicone joiner on down there. Haven't put the silicone joiner on down there yet because there's no point. I'm going to take the fan back out, get these bits of pipework off, get them welded up. But it's all looking good. Just about sneaks past the power steering pipe there, and the aircon pipe sits above it. Sound that. Again, the other side. Snug. I had to bend this aircon pipe up. And it's wedged in there. Obviously, still need to get a clamp on there as well. It's going to be tight, but it is what it is. Yeah, I know people have said, your intercooler isn't big enough. Well, again, that is what it is too, because I want to retain air conditioning. Got this fan, which is it's tight up against that, so yeah, should do the trick. So I'd say that is another successful mission. I say it's not perfect, but it's functional, and when it's tigged it will look alright. So it's another job off the list. Still waiting for these front hubs. As soon as I get my front hubs on and get the drive shafts in, get it back on its wheels, I want to get some oil in it at some point, turn it over, check on getting oil to the turbo. So that's another on me to do list, but for now that will do. So once again, thanks for watching.
You see, a genius uses his madness, and a madman uses his genius, destruct. You see, a genius uses his madness, and a madman uses his genius, destruct.